All right, we had some technical difficulties there. I lost Dave or he lost me or something happened. I don't know. But I just wanted to kind of piggyback on this and just say when you have those government subsidies that are stacking up, and that's what's causing the customer or the stock to be profitable, it becomes very difficult for an investor to phase out and figure out what is working and what is not, what is artificially inflated, and what actually has promise here. That's the problem, and even can be difficult on a company level. I mean, you could see different metrics and see where your sales are going the fastest and where the most demand is. But when you're muddying the waters with the government contracts, it's very difficult for an investor to step in and say this is what is working and this what is what is not, how much money's being wasted, and all of that stuff. That's why I didn't buy into Tesla when it was only making money because of its
Government
subsidies.
subsidies. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I didn't know. And really, if you're an environmentalist, you should be against this kind of stuff too, because it contributes to a lot of waste, a lot of wasteful manufacturing that's not actually meeting the needs of the customers in any way, but it's artificially inflated by government programs. So, for me, I just wouldn't touch BYD until it can make a profit on its own. You don't want to buy a zombie company.
Well, let's talk about his biggest competitor in the global market, Tesla.
Sure.
So this is it's another article. These are two separate articles I'm reading from. I forgot the quote where the first one was from. I already took it off my screen. But Tesla, the headline reads, Tesla sales route in some European markets extends to an eighth month. This one came out this morning at 6:25 a.m. It goes in to talk about how some European markets, Tesla is losing major market share. So registrations of new Tesla cars in France were down 47.3% in August year over year. While the overall car, see, I don't like how they put these numbers here because they say, but the overall car market grew 2%. Well, that's the overall market, not just the electric vehicle market. Anyways, enough about how they're skewing their numbers here in this article because there are some good numbers in here. Tesla registrations fell more than 84% in Sweden. But they go on to say electric vehicles were flat and the overall market was up. So people are not buying as many electric vehicles, is what it looks like. Tesla registrations dropped 42% in Denmark and 50% in Netherlands and 4.4% in Italy. Norway, where Tesla has deep roots and virtually all new car sales are electric, saw a 21.3% jump in registrations for Tesla, but BYD's registrations jumped 218%. And here is where as we dig into these numbers a little more, I'm going to highlight the problem with BYD and why, yeah, this is a slump for Tesla. It's not as bad as what it is for BYD. And here I'm going to get into this. So after 7 months of declines, Tesla registration in Portugal finally rose 28%. So you see, there's a mixed bag of Tesla going up and down throughout the different countries. It's country by country. There's a lot of reasons behind that we could go into. I like how they give us some details on Spain here, though, and I want to concentrate here. Spain, which provides EV subsidies up to 8,200 US dollars per vehicle. Tesla sales rose 161%. BYD's rose 400%, but they actually are almost even in total numbers. Uh, BYD's sales in Spain surged overall. This is the full year, 675% to 14,000 cars, while Tesla's sales have dropped for the full year compared to last year this time by 11.6% to 9,303 vehicles. So the reason why I'm highlighting Spain here is they give these details, right? These details show you a different picture. They show you that, yes, BYD has jumped 675%, but yet, in most of these countries, they're either just meeting Tesla or barely beating Tesla. They
Okay.
had these huge jumps, but now they're just a competitor with Tesla, and Tesla's still beating them in some of these countries. So that's what I want to highlight. Like Tesla's losing market share to BYD. BYD is gaining market share, but now they're disappointed, I think, because they oversaturated and they were trying to cut the price of their cars so much through government subsidies that now people are like, I don't know if I really want a BYD either. I mean, there's this whole protectionism everywhere right now globally, which I don't like. You don't like, Brandon. And a lot of people aren't buying these BYD vehicles anymore in Europe, which was BYD. Europe was BYD's for the taken, and they went in there and they thought they were just going to swoop it all up, and now it's turning into a back and forth battle with Tesla. The thing that I see here when I look at these numbers and I see this back and forth, I see that there's perfect spot for a competitor to come in that is neither American nor Chinese, that is either European, South American, somewhere else to come in and say, hey, we're here as well. You can buy us. Because I think right now, I feel like Europe has this I don't want to buy China, but I don't want to buy Tesla because they don't like Elon Musk. And that's kind of the feeling in Europe. And that's why you see some countries where it's not so bad for Tesla and other countries where it really is.
Who could step up though? Volkswagen?
Nobody.
Maybe?
I mean, you would like to see a Volkswagen, a BMW, something along those lines step up. But there's an opportunity, there's a space that needs to be filled, and there's nobody there to fill it right now. And it can easily be filled and taken over by somebody, anybody. Toyota, Japanese, there you go.
It's capital intensive industry though, so it's hard to see a new competitor rising out of the ashes and just taking over.
Yeah, but
Uh,
Toyota could do it. They
well,
have the
Toyota
money, the back end.
absolutely could do it, but Toyota's been so focused on the hybrid models and not electric itself. So I don't know if they would make that switch or not. Yeah, and
Right.
then you got BMW, but BMW's luxury vehicles, I have a hard time seeing them bringing a new vehicle to market for like, $20,000 or, around that. I would have a very hard time seeing that happen.
Yeah, apparently what I'm finding out is because my child has a BMW now, is this 20,000 just to fix a brake repair on these things.
Yeah, bring your mom's wallet. That's what BMW stands for.
It's a good thing I know somebody who does international repairs here in the city.
Yes, it is a good thing. Right? That's my dad.
Yes. There are opportunities here. Will Toyota take advantage of it? I don't think so. Like you said, they're focused on hybrid. They're not focused on all electric, but there's great opportunity for somebody else to come in.
Sure.
All right. So the last thing I want to get in is I want to highlight a new company that's coming to market. Well, that's come onto my radar. It came into my radar a few months back, and I apologize for not bringing it up earlier. I was told about it by a gentleman I work out with sometimes, and I forgot all about it. I really did. I forgot all about it. And then he brought it up to me again this week when I was complaining about bullish. He says, dude, you need to really look at this company and invest here. And so the company that we're talking about is LENZ Therapeutics. LENZ Therapeutics. It's LENZ Therapeutics. So what they have, and they have a new eye drop that was just now approved by the FDA on August 1st. August 1st this year, just now approved. You're going to start seeing commercials for this. You're going to start seeing it advertised. You're going to start seeing the commercialization of it. So you need to buy it now if you're going to buy it. And these eye drops, what they fix is a little something that you see everywhere in older adults. If you're an older adult and you wear readers, you don't have to wear readers. You can use these eye drops. Look how
Really?
many millions and millions and millions of people that is, Brandon.
That's me.
You wear readers? No, you
Yeah,
don't.
that's what these are. Essentially, I
are
mean,
you are you for real?
they're
I've known you
prescription.
like almost 17 years, and you're now telling me like these
Yeah,
these
these are
glasses you
these
wear.
are they're prescription glasses, but that's what they're for. They're reading
Oh,
them.
that's funny. Yes, eye drops. Eye drops that will correct the vision. So let me read a little bit about the latest article in here. So this article came out August 1st, 2025. On Thursday, U.S. Food and Drug Administration approved LENZ Therapeutics Viz It's a solution. It's the first and only FDA-approved acidin-based eye drop for presbyopia in adults. Presbyopia is an age-related vision condition where the eyes gradually lose the ability to focus on nearby objects.
Mhm.
Samples are anticipated in U.S. as early as October 2025. When they get the samples in, they're going to be pushing these to doctors. Doctors are going to be prescribing this. This is going to be going crazy. Viz contracts the iris sphincter muscle, resulting in a pinhole effect near effect that uniquely achieves a sub 2 millimeter pupil that extends the depth of focus to significantly improve near vision without causing any myopic shift.
Okay.
But everybody up here is going to be going crazy for this. LENZ will be eligible to receive over 70 million in upfront regulatory and commercial milestone payments and tiered double-digit royalties on net sales because the commercialization is going through the roof. This is one definitely to buy. It's on my buy list. I recommend it to buy. Look it up. Do your research. The ticker symbol is LENZ. LENZ. LENZ Therapeutics. I missed the boat on this earlier this year when I should have bought it. I recommend to buy now.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I was just testing myself here. So this is something that's new for me. I've been wearing readers for a very long time, but like my eyes are getting worse and worse and worse, right? And now I
Yes.
have a computer job where I've been sitting at the computer and just staring at a screen all day. And if I take these glasses off here, a lot of the words that are on the screen I'm seeing two of.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's just
So,
computer. There's a thing with you looking at screens all day where that can do that too. You need to close your eyes, look away for 10 seconds, and look somewhere else. Look, go outside, man. Get some. I mean, outside. I say outside fixes everything because I love the outside. I love hiking, kayaking, running, outdoor sports, all the out. Any outs. I can't get as much outside in the winter. Snowboard, ski, whatever you got to do. But I feel like that does wonders for us.
it does. Helps with anxiety too.
All right, man. Final thoughts. Final thoughts. What you got?
Yeah, just because somebody's got competition, that's not a reason to sell the stock. You might have a reason to sell the stock once you see the reaction to the competition, if that's not good. But you want to sit back and wait and see. I mean, that's what businesses are. They're wars. And,
Business wars.
yeah, business,
Could be on
which
the
is
History Channel in 20 years.
another great podcast, by the way, Business Wars, if you haven't listened to it. And it's really good to listen to too as an investor so that you're ready for these things. Anytime a company is making a ton of money, somebody's gonna pop up and try to take some of that.
Yep.
And you just have to watch and see how the company that you own reacts. That's all. That's There's never any real good reason to panic in the market, even when other people are panicking. It doesn't help.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help. Um, all right, my final thought is this. I'm not gonna sell bullish. I am gonna hold. There's good reason to hold. I feel like it should hold, but if you followed me into bullish, because some people have, that's your decision to make. I always tell everybody I do the best I can to offer advice. Do I get 80% right? Yes. That means I get 20% wrong. Could this be one of the ones I get wrong? Yes.
I know this is final thoughts and this is supposed to be short, but I'm not like I'm not challenging you here. I'm asking a legit question. So
Yes.
right now I think Bullish's price to earnings multiples around 165. And I
Okay.
know from my specific investments looking at Palantir having a ginormous multiple that that is not the entire story. However,
Correct.
I'm not very good with investing in cryptos just because it's not something that I usually do or that I've put my mind into. So,
Yes.
how does Bullish justify having, I think, 165 PE right now, even at its lows?
Because they haven't utilized the bullish system yet to fully invest in everything you can invest in with crypto. Crypto can be used for so many different cases. I mean, crypto staking alone can add billions to if you use it correctly to a company if used correctly. Coinbase could be making billions off of staking if they so chose. Crypto.com does a good job of using staking, and that's how they promote their business, and they make a lot of money with that. But then I got to go and explain in crypto staking. You can also, transactions, international transactions, money transactions, using Ripple in that regard. You can also use your facility to set up the Solana meme coin network on bullish instead of on these all shady websites and apps that they have to do and take advantage of all the money that flows in and out of there every day. People just throwing in $1,000 randomly and then losing it all the time. Why not be the casino in that case and taking everybody's money? There's a lot of ways to make the money in crypto that it's so unheard of, untapped, that these PE ratios can seem outrageous, but they'll hit them. And
Okay.
especially as
So,
Bitcoin continues to go higher, it's gonna increase the percentages they take because they take percentages, not set dollar amounts.
so just on a basic layman's terms level, what does bullish do? Like,
It's a
what is
crypto
the
exchange like Coinbase and
okay?
crypto.com.
Gotcha. How are they better?
How are they better?
Yeah.
They're about the same.
Okay.
They're about the same.
So you think just
I
kind of
but
like an E-Trade Schwab thing that they could share the market and then both grow?
No, I think that Bullish has a better CEO in Peter Thiel
Okay.
and a better founder in that it's somebody that actually has vision. And this is why, because he was part of the PayPal mafia, he understands starting companies, building companies up, and that whole process. Versus, I don't have a strong belief in the Coinbase CEO as I do in Peter Thiel. I
Okay.
don't have as strong as belief in Crypto.com CEO as I do in Peter Thiel. For me, it's more of a bet on Peter Thiel on
And
what he can do.
okay.
He has this company. It's a good company, and there's all this growth opportunity and potential. But I'm betting on Peter Thiel.
Okay. So sort of like what I did with Larry Culp and General Electric and
Yeah.
the CEOs that Bob Iger with Disney and stuff.
Yep. There
Betting
you
on.
go.
Okay.
All
Gotcha.
right. So yes. So that's what I'm gonna be doing with bullish, but nonetheless, I am up again in Metsera. It's moved up since I bought back in. With that 20%. Remember, I still owe my original 80% when I was bought Metsera, a little bit around $20 ish is what I believe my cost basis was at that time, 19, 20, somewhere around there. I bought it really low. It's currently at 36. So 80% of it bought around that $20, just say $20. And then the next 20% was bought at 32. I'm sitting really happy in Metsera right now.
Okay.
I could just empty out Metsera, empty out bullish, and be up by a little bit overall because my Metsera profit would wipe out my bullish loss. I don't want to do that, but Metsera, I'm still holding it. I believe that's going to go higher, but now I'm looking at LENZ Therapeutics. So that if I really believe in LENZ Therapeutics a lot, I might exit bullish and put that money in LENZ. See if I can
Okay.
make it back.
Okay.
That's all I got. As always, we hope we have been entertaining, educational, and uplifting because we want everyone to make money. Have a good night.
Have a good night.